Hey, welcome back to another episode of Front Porch Fridays. I'm just out here hanging out on the front porch, squeezing my meat. Yeah, yeah, you want to watch? Yeah. It got down to 20s last night. It still didn't freeze this meat, which is cool. Oh, what did you think when I said squeeze my meat? Ooh, welcome to a very, very cold Friday morning. Um, Good grief. I think this is the coldest one I've done. Front Porch Friday. Um, so, I love fall and winter. I just don't know why it has to be so cold during the winter. It is, it's actually about noon, and it's about 34 right now. It got down to about mid 20s last night. Y'all can't probably see it, but my deer hams, my deer meat still hanging, looking good. I sure hope that turns out. So there will be a video in the future on that if I hadn't already posted it. So anyway, about a month ago, one of the channels I follow, which is Off the Grid Homestead with Grumpy Mountain Man, he had a video about fake off-grid YouTube channels. And he called some of them out. And I'm going to leave links to the channels I mentioned below. So check his channel out. I like his channel. It's good. Um, he he had he called some channels out. He didn't even begin to touch. But if you've noticed, there are a ton of, I ain't gonna say they're fake, but it's obvious that they're only in it for the money. Um, some people wonder why um, one of the probably the most popular one out there. She's always, well, there's two that they're always in a provocative position, either without top on, with her back facing the camera, or you know, leaning over, so no look, you know. I think there's a name for when you pimp yourself out for money, but yeah. So now anytime I see one of those thumbnails with so someone's trying to be sexy, got her butt stuck out in the air, boobs stuck out, or sitting there going topless or something. The first thing I think of is that old um, joke about the wealthy businessman walking in the bar one night, strikes up this conversation with this beautiful woman. Finally, he goes, "I hope you don't think I'm forward," but he goes, "Would you sleep with me for $1 million?" She goes, "Yeah, I sure would." "Would you sleep with me for $10?" Boy, she gets mad. She's, "What do you think I am?" He goes, "Well, sweetheart, we done established what you are. We're just negotiating the price now." I'm really not sure. It doesn't not come to mind. But anyway, he calls some of them out. And people didn't understand. Some of the people truly don't understand why um, some of these homestead and off-grid channels use clickbait as like drama. "Oh, you'll never guess what happened to me at Walmart," or "I did this and this happened." Well, it's because it gets clicks. These people are only doing it for the money. Most of y'all have no idea how much money some of these channels are making. The one with the chick on the front that's always topless, when you see her from the back, um, they have 800,000 subscribers. They make about $30,000 to $40,000 a month. probably more than that with endorsements and stuff like that. But just from YouTube, they're making around 30 to 40, maybe even as high as $60,000 a month off their channel. Give me 60,000. I'll sure no. It's too cold. That's why they do it. And you know, even these other channels with 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, they're making 10, 15,000 a month just from the YouTube income. And people don't realize that. You can go to a website called Social Blade and type in the channel's name, and it will give you an estimate of what that channel makes a month just off of YouTube. Now, I will tell you this. I do have a channel that is monetized, certainly not this one, but there's another channel I own that is monetized, and I help a couple other people with their channels that are monetized, and I check them against Social Blade with the known numbers that I know my channel and these other channels are making, the other channels I help manage, because I see what the checks are, so I know how much they're making. Right now, Social Blade is only showing about half of what a channel's making. And it's not, none of these channels I know of are in the off-grid, you know, that are monetized that I help manage are in off-grid. They're in other stuff, automotive and catering, stuff like that, or not catering, but anyway. So, but from my other channel, which is a home repair channel, what it's showing is about roughly half. So you can go to socialblade.com, type in the channel, and see about what some of these channels are making. And remember, right now, they're only showing you about half. And that's why they do it. You know, there's one channel I used to follow. Oh my God, the cops arrested me for living off grid. Or the city says I can't live in a tiny home. Or my subscribers called the sheriff on me for living off grid. It's every freaking thumbnail was like, dude, you know what? If I had that many problems with my neighbors or my subscribers, I would just leave. But I get it. People watch YouTube. Probably 90% or more of the people who watch off-grid or homesteading channels don't watch it for the actual knowledge. It's entertainment. And I get it. I watch a lot of YouTube videos for entertainment. For whatever reason, I love watching these pipeline welders. I follow Jacob Schofield at Schofield Welding, Austin Ross. There's one that's like XEAZX13 or something. I don't know what. But he has some awesome pipeline welding photos. I have no plans at this point in my life, no plans to go into the pipeline for welding, okay? Maybe 30 years ago if I knew what I knew now, but not right now. But there's something about watching those guys weld up run a bead that I find entertaining. Same way with diesel mechanics and, Western Truck, something, I think, Western Big Truck or something. He's a repair shop out of California, works on heavy equipment. I sat there one night, binge watched I think he was rebuilding a transmission in a loader or something. I don't know why I found it so calming and relaxing and enjoyable to watch these several videos of him doing that. So while I don't agree with all the drama and clickbaits and stuff like that, I understand why they do it, and it's only because of money. So when next time you see a channel goes, oh my gosh, I went to Walmart and this happened, or oh my goat, she hates this, or some silly, ridiculous clickbait title, you understand why they're doing it. It's a business for them. Many of these people make more in 1 month now on YouTube than they did in a whole year working. That's why you see a lot of them quitting their real jobs and following YouTube, doing YouTube stuff. I mean, some of them's making more in a month than they did in 2 years at their real jobs. And that's why, like I said, that's why you see them, sure, most of them are they phony and fake? I wouldn't go that far. I'll just say, if you really dig deep, some of these guys are going out in their backyard and they're building a little shed and saying, I built an off-grid cabin. And then they're going walking back to their 4,000 square foot home with all the amenities and they're only doing this for the money. So they don't live there full time. Maybe they go for a weekend, a long weekend, and try to make it seem that they're living off grid. So and if you're watching for entertainment value and you like it, that's fine. If you're taking it face value for the knowledge, consider the source. So, but that's and it was funny after I seen Grumpy Mountain Man post that just last week or so. I seen Boss of the Swamp. He was getting his place ready for a big snowstorm was coming in, and he had a brake line leak on one of his pickups, and he's like, "Oh no!" He was it was satire, but he addressed the same thing. These tragic, oh my gosh, it's so tragic. He was like, tragic on the mountain, And well, he was kind of poking fun at him. He was serious too. He doesn't get into that type of clickbait and everything's a tragedy, and it's kind of a sad comment on our society when he touched on a couple of reality shows. I used to love to watch reality shows when I had cable. What was that one called? Mountain Men? Oh my gosh, poor old Tom up there in Montana. He was just about always die. As soon as he stepped out, he was just about on death's doorstep. A grizzly bear was going to get him. He was going to get lost in the snowstorm. And oh my gosh, it's just drama. And that's why I stopped watching those shows. And it's just incredibly scripted and fake. And Tom's probably a nice guy. I'm sure he is, but it wasn't his fault. From what I understand, watching those guys, Marty up there in Alaska, I've read about him for years before that he was a real deal, and I think he or one of the cast members there touched on it, that this show's producers and stuff, they write the drama into those reality shows. They script that stuff. But my gosh, every time poor old Tom went out in the woods, he could get attacked by a grizzly bear and not come back. Or he's risking his life to go get water at the creek. It's just amazing the stuff society puts up with. It's just, I think it's a sad comment about society when we're so bored in our lives that we have to watch manufactured drama. But there again, that's me. That's not you. If you like that stuff, cool. That's fine. I get it. If you don't know why these chicks are going around topless on YouTube, taking thumbnails, it's for the money. I cracked up a year or so ago. There was a Homestead channel that the guy was going through, kind of like, I think it was a year-end update or something. He was going through and he says, this one video we had went viral. I couldn't figure out why, because it just, man, it was getting so many clicks, and I was looking at all the data, and I just could not figure out why this one video was taking off from all my other ones like ho hum, and man, I was getting so many subscribers and stuff, and he just couldn't figure it out. He goes, then it dawned on me, the only thing different from this and the other videos, my wife was on the thumbnail, and she, in my opinion, wasn't particularly attractive. I mean, she's all right, but she was in I think a halter top, and it wasn't provocative. but just a woman in a halter top on a thumbnail drove clicks to that. And so there, afterwards, almost every video he posted had his wife on the front. Whether, you know, and some of them got pretty provocative. Man, we got east wind and it is freaking cutting through me. So anyway, it's just a little breeze. So I'm thinking, he got it. He understood. It gets clicks. It makes money. You know, people sitting there in a cubicle go, you know, they're bored. Oh man, I don't necessarily like homesteading, but there's a chick without the top on her, you know, boobs sticking way out, and I gotta go click on that. I personally find that sad that people feel that, but TNA, I've said it before, TNA has sold since the beginning of time, and TNA will sell until the end of time. And, you know, if you've got Boss of the Swamp here in this video fixing a solar panel, and you over here you got the same thumbnail with some chick with the top on, beating up against solar panel. Look at me, look at me. Sorry, Boss of the Swamp, this one's going to get more clicks. Yours is probably 100 times better, but this one with the chick, oh look at me, will always get more clicks than poor old Boss of the Swamp. So anyway, that's why, you know, these people do it. It's not because it's fun or whatever. They're doing it for the money. That's why they can quit their jobs and they buy new homes and they can buy huge pieces of land. And, you know, some of them are now even get into the full-time RV. I quit my job and bought me a motor home, and now I'm full-time RV. And, you know, it cracks me up because at their normal job, they would never have been able to afford that. But thanks to YouTube and the internet, and I'm not putting that down, you know, I make a good portion of mine helping people on internet, so I understand. But some of y'all don't understand that that's why you see so many of these off-grid and homesteading channels. I think the homestead and off-grid channels may be the worst at it. At least from the channels I follow. Like I said, I follow welding, I follow some mechanics, and I follow some farmers, and I think and you know, it's such a buzzword. It's like overlanding now is a big buzzword, like off-grid. And the overlanders can get pretty clickbaity drama, but not near like the off-gridders and stuff. So it's a business form, guys. If you don't like it, just unsubscribe to those channels. I've had to unsubscribe to a lot of them. If you like it, subscribe to them. That's what's so great. We have choices. We're not told yet that you have to subscribe to this channel. You have to watch this. We may be getting there, but we're not there yet. So we still have choices, and everybody's different. It'd be a boring life if we all watched the same YouTube channel. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. It's something I've talked about for years, of how clickbaity and drama queens they are. You know, oh my gosh, my goat did this, or can you believe this? And the thing is, these people in real life wouldn't even come close to that, probably. So, and then you have the name droppers. Oh, I did this with so-and-so. Oh, so-and-so stopped by my off-grid homestead. Like, really? Do you realize that other half of the internet that has no idea who you're name dropping? But anyway, hey, I am going to go get in warm and get me another cup of coffee. Y'all have... Sorry, it was... my phone got cold, it shut off. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Like and subscribe. Please share if you can. And, hey, watch what you want to watch. Subscribe to what you want to subscribe. And y'all have an awesome weekend and an awesome next week, and make sure you come back to the channel.